Hey guys, welcome to the live stream midweek podcast with Sammi and Cebu. We are here in a cloudy, overcast day in Cebu. It has been, except for a couple hours around lunchtime, it has been cloudy and overcast. Let's make sure that the sound is working on the stream. Yeah, the live stream looks good. Thanks again for joining, guys. Please say hi in the chat. Let me know where you're calling from and say hello. Just say hello. Let me know who you are and where you're from. I would greatly appreciate that, so I'm not talking to myself. Anyway, guys, so I want to say hello to everyone who's out there, and thank you for joining, and thank you for watching after the fact. I see you guys watching after the fact. I truly appreciate it, especially to my lovely subscribers. You guys, you know who you are. It's starting to get a little bit too much. So I'm gonna have to do like a credits at the end of videos with everyone's name that who is supporting the channel, because we're getting up there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. As of this week, we are 25% to my goal of monetization. We are over 250 subscribers and over 1,000 hours. I have to get 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. So we're well on our way to achieving that, but I need your help. So please comment, watch a video all the way through. Don't bother watching the same video 2 or 3 times, but watch as many videos as you can. If you haven't watched a video, go back and watch my originals. If you're new to the channel, that will help me gain view time, like hours. I need more hours watched, okay? But you guys are watching videos. You guys are watching videos like 10 minutes on average. I love that. I want to give a quick shout out to the new subscribers. Now, I get about 100 subscribers a month, or I don't know how many I get a week or every couple of days, like at least 8 to 10 a day. So, but if your profile is private, I can't see it, right? If you comment, I can see the comment, but your name comment doesn't match your name. So it's difficult for me to coordinate who is talking to me. And so what I'm doing is I'm just going by the subscribers. And then if we get engaged in a good comment, I'll give a shout out to you. So on the subscribers base, I see who has subscribed, and I'm going to give a quick shout out to those people. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new subscribers who are public, and that is Rena, Jason C, Michael A, Angelo T, Van P, and Glidell. You guys are the best. I really truly appreciate that. You guys are, I just absolutely love it. I've got a lot of great comments from people saying that they stumbled onto the channel and they really like what I'm doing. Blessed be with you. You're one of the top guys. Let me tell you something, Luke. Really truly appreciate the support. So you guys are doing a great job with the subscriptions. I truly appreciate all of the hard work that you guys are doing. And I'm going to do my best. Starting next month, by the middle of next month, I am going full-time with YouTube. It's going to be my focus. So I'm going to try to get better. I'm going to try to get better. I'm going to try to do better. So please stick around, support. Let me know, let me know what I can do. I'm going to try to do better. Like I said before, I'm a Canadian Sri Lankan citizen. I'm working in Korea online. I have a Korean permanent residence, and I'm living in Cebu. Right now, I'm in Maribago on Lapu-Lapu, which is a middle-class residential condo, but I'm in the process of thinking about moving to Mactan Newtown, which is an upscale condo community, predominantly upscale residences. Now, it'll be much smaller than what I'm living in right now, but the amenities are just, it pay for itself. And I'm looking at it. First of all, it has free beach access. And what you have to know about the beaches in Lapu-Lapu is that none of them are public. There's one or two public beaches, and they're really not that great. You can go to some of the more local hotels and restaurants and pay like $1 to get to the beach, but it's no. Here it is a luxury setup, and as a resident, I get in for free. Rooftop swimming pool, think Bangkok style, right? You've seen those condos on TV and stuff on YouTube. It's really nice. I went by there. You'll see a video of me driving through there because I had to go to the bank and to the pharmacy. And the reason I like that area is because everything is right there. I don't have to drive anywhere. I can just walk downstairs, go shopping, and walk upstairs. I don't have to carry anything on the scooter. Now, will I need a motorcycle? Yes, because I want a motorcycle. I want one. Will I need to drive it every day? No. And it's got underground parking, so that's perfect for the motorcycle. Absolutely perfect. Because we have a storm coming next week. We're still not sure where it's going and how big the storm is going to be because it's too far out. We won't know for another 3 days. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday's the big day. It looks like a week from today, we will be having a huge storm in the area. Whether it's going to hit here or not, we don't know. But 3 days of rain, if it does come ashore in this area, I mean, it could be hundreds of kilometers away. We're still going to get affected. You're going to have rain. So, which means Monday, I'm going to go to the shopping and pick up supplies for 3 or 4 days. The reason I want to move is several factors. Number one being, for the same price, I can get better amenities. I can get a gym. I can get beach access, much nicer pool with like seating area. There's no seating area here. I can invite people over. Here I can invite people over, but it's okay. I'm a little bit of a princess. So, the other thing is that they're doing some construction around my building. Now, it's not that loud now, but there's 1, 2. So there's a hallway here, and it's open on both ends. On that end, you really can't walk out. You can, but it's a tight squeeze. It's like a tiny alley about that big, right? So there's my condo, my unit, then another unit, and then the alley. And in the alley, someone has tied 2 cocks, 2 roosters, and they crow all day long starting at 5 a.m. And it echoes into the hallway. And these hallways, there's a window here, and it's just louvers that opens directly into the hallway. They haven't sealed it. So anybody walking by can hear everything that's going on in here. I don't know why, but there's a heavy curtain on it, so nothing can come inside. But if, you can hear everything. And I can hear everything from the hallway. Pain in the butt. So there's that, the chickens. They're doing construct. So then from here to the entrance of my hallway, I'm on the first floor, is two apartments. So there's a total of 4 apartments in this row. They are doing, so 2 apartments away, they're drilling using jackhammers into the concrete to lay a pipe. So coming from over there, all the way like this, around the building, and there's a window right here, and it's coming all the way to the back, connecting up to the wall on this side. So all like an L shape around my condo. So they're going to be digging into the concrete for the next 2 months. I'm watching them go, and I said to them, like, how far are you going? He says, all the way to the back wall there. And he pointed to the parking lot, and I'm like, right by my window? He says, yeah, we're going to be digging not in the parking lot, but actually up against your wall. And I'm like, yeah, no. And they're using a jackhammer. They could be finished in 1 day if they used a backhoe. But these guys are using a jackhammer. It's crazy. And then digging down like a meter down with shovels. It's crazy. Let me tell you, that's going to get loud. I'm not going to be able to work. Number 3. So number 1 is I can get a better place for the same price that I'm paying right now. Number 2 is the noise from the chickens and the construction. Number 3, there's been a bug issue. Now, I'm not overly concerned because they're outdoor bugs. They're not indoor. The place is clean. But there are indoor bugs. There's spiders. There's giant cockroaches, which are outdoor cockroaches. They're not indoor cockroaches. These are the outdoor ones. I know the difference. There was a mouse, a field mouse. Now I got rid of it. I saw it go out. I can't believe it can squeeze through a gap in the door that big. So the landlord came and put one of those seals that seals it. But anyway, it comes in and out through the patio door, which, doesn't have a seal. Now it does. I saw a giant spider in the hallway, like a wolf spider, right? The one I saw in Sri Lanka. I laid down some fly paper. Well, I didn't. The landlord's caretaker laid down some fly paper. And there's a spider like this big on one of them. And those are what I've seen. Who knows what else isn't? And it's because the property is not maintained. It's the bare minimum, right? And they don't cut the grass, so that attracts animals. There's tall grass right outside my window. So I can't open the windows because you don't know what kind of animals are there, and there's no mosquito netting on the windows. And there's like a smell in the hallways. I don't know what it is. Something died. I don't know. So it's a nice place for short term. Like if you want to stay here for 10 days, absolutely perfect. I would recommend it 110%. But you want to stay here for 5 months? Nah. I made a mistake. So I'm paid until the end of November. So I'm talking to a couple of people online to figure out what I can do to get out of here and move into another place. See if they can find me something. Now, hopefully they can find me something. I want to live in Makam, Newtown. I want to live there because it's convenient. It's night and day difference between where I'm living and that place. It's got all the amenities and it's got infrastructure. Plus, I have access to the ocean. I want to go to the ocean. I don't want to go to a swimming pool. I want to go to the ocean. I love the ocean. That's one of the things that I want in my retirement is to walk out into the ocean, which is what I had in Subic Bay, and I loved it. my breaks between classes, I would just walk out into the ocean, 300 meters, and I'm in the ocean. Now, albeit it's a slightly polluted and it's not the cleanest thing in the world, but I can't do that in Sri Lanka. And the gumbo can't go in the water. It's really rough. And most of Sri Lanka, the water is rough. You can't go in the ocean. Very dangerous. I've talked about that before. So I love Cebu and Lapu-Lapu. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful here. The people are amazing. The food is amazing. I love it. I love it. New Punjab, thank you for calling from Toronto. I used to live in Toronto. Thank you so much for joining. It is, what are we talking about? It's like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday morning. It's late night or early morning for you, brother. Or maybe it's 6 p.m. What time is it in Toronto? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing up at this hour, brother? Let me tell you something. That's a late night for you. Let me say, or early morning for you. Thank you for joining. I truly appreciate it. Can I ask, like, what attracted you to the channel? I'm really curious. Because I'm trying to do better. So, yeah, you know, I don't know how long you've been a member, but or if you joined from my old channel. I lived in Canada up until 2007. So I lived in Canada for about 28 years. From the age of 6 until the age of 39. So about 30 years. About 30 years. I lived in Canada, and I lived in most of it in downtown Toronto. I lived. So I grew up I landed in Scarborough, Mississauga, Etobicoke as a child. Then we moved to Bradford, which is north of Newmarket. Then when I graduated high school, I lived downtown. Then I lived on Queens Quay. Then I got married and moved to Burlington, Milton, bought a house, sold the house, moved back to Toronto and lived downtown in St. James, near St. James Cathedral. Then when I divorced, I lived at 1 King West. That was my last address before I left Canada and moved to South Korea for 18 years. And then 4 years ago, I moved back to Sri Lanka. Yeah, you know, I'm hearing that a lot from a lot of Canadians, what you're saying. A lot of my friends are saying the economy, the taxes, a lot of immigration, a lot of issues that people are bringing into the country. And I'll be very honest, I saw that happening 25 years ago. It started with the fall of of Yugoslavia. That's what started. That's where I noticed it. And I have a sociology degree and a psychology degree, master's in psychology, bachelor in sociology, and an MBA. But from my sociology studies, I saw that these Yugoslavians or former Yugoslavians were bringing their issues to Canada. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that these new immigrants will have children, especially certain religious groups will have lots of kids, lots, because they're used to living, I'm being very stereotypical, but I'm generalizing here. They're used to living a lower middle class lifestyle. So benefits like welfare and social assistance for them is, why work? Just live off the benefits. I noticed that certain religious groups, I'm not going to get into religion or politics because I don't care. But I saw it happening with that certain group of East Europeans from the former Soviet Union when the wall fell, and then they started fighting each other. They brought their fight to Canada. And then also the Sri Lankans, between the Tamils and the Sinhalese. I'm ethnically Sinhalese. I'm not Tamil. I don't care. Couldn't care less. But you look now and you see that after a generation that Tamils are now in power. And Canada is leading the United Nations in war crimes against Sri Lanka. Why? Because politically, there's a large Tamil diaspora in Sri Lanka, in Canada, almost 1 million. That's a voting bloc. So you got to make them happy. It's all politics. So I left Canada for multiple reasons. I saw that happening. I saw the influx of immigrants from poorer countries. And when you juxtaposition that against other countries that have done the same thing, you'll see that those people who are arriving, either refugees or from poor countries, from a certain religious group, not all, let me not even say religious group. People coming from a poor country who are undereducated will tend to live on social assistance for their entire lives because they're used to living a lower class lifestyle. You're coming from a poor country and you're given $800 a month, that's a luxury. But for me and you, it's not. Okay? So I saw it starting and I knew where it would go. Those kids, yes, same thing's happening in Europe right now. Absolutely. Except in Poland, who doesn't allow refugees. God bless you, Poland. If there's one country I could move to, it'd be Poland. That's why I love living in South Korea, is because I only needed to deal with one kind of crazy, and because Korea was 99.8% Korean. Out of 50 million people, there was less than 1 million foreigners. And 70% of those 1 million people were Han Chinese. The rest were predominantly Japanese, Filipino, Thai, Southeast Asians. Predominantly. The white Americans, not including the military, which is only 50,000, the white Americans, Canadians, Europeans was 25 to 30,000. That was it. Not including tourists. I'm talking visa holders. So it was very, very easy for me to assimilate. Now, just as a background, I love assimilating. And it's curious to me why people find it so difficult, because I'm not nationalistic. And the reason behind it is because I have never lived in one place long enough. I'm born in China. I'm not Chinese. I lived there for 4 years. I lived in Italy for 2 years. I lived in Europe for a year. Then I moved to Canada, where I lived for 28, 30 years. But I'm not Canadian. I'm an immigrant. I had no roots in that country. Great country. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful country. I will never give up my Canadian passport, but I am a non-resident citizen. I have 0 assets in Canada other than a pension coming in 2 years. I have nothing in Canada. I am Sri Lankan, but I am a foreigner in my own country. I'm a citizen, but I speak the language sufficiently, but I'm culturally ignorant about the country. And I'm a Korean permanent resident, but I'm not Korean. So where are my allegiances, right? Other than my homeland, out of respect of my ancestors, there really isn't anything. But I don't want to live in Sri Lanka. I don't want to live there. Because if the places I want to live in Sri Lanka are either in the north or in the southeast. And the problem is that it's very touristy or no infrastructure. If I want to live in like Thailand or Philippines, Thailand, it's getting to be a problem from the influx of bad tourists to the restricting of visas, and the costs are increasing. Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia are looking much, much better. Rick from Bangkok, welcome aboard, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, I am a global citizen. I've lived in 10 countries. Lived. I'm not talking vacation, I'm talking lived for 6 months or longer in 10 countries. I have visited over 100 countries, and I've spoken 9 languages in my life. I currently speak about 4 or 5. If I go back to Thailand, I'll pick up Thai very quickly. It's very easy for me to speak Thai. Filipino, though, is difficult. Tagalog, Subano, and Basay. I speak a little Tagalog, but here they speak Basay and Subano. So I got to start all over. Yeah. New Punjab, let me tell you, East Asia has very strict immigration policies. People think it's hard to get into America. Try getting into Korea. Try getting into Japan. Tourism, yeah, no problem. But try getting a visa? No, it's so hard now. It was easy for me 18 years ago. Try getting a permanent residence today? It's impossible. They keep moving the goalposts. Yeah, I have tons of friends in Thailand, Rick. Let me tell you, up until a year ago, Jomtien was my retirement location, because then I could fly to Krabi, I could go down to Koh Samui, I could go down south to Vietnam, right? It's going to be so easy. From Trat Airport, I could fly almost anywhere. You know, domestically, I could fly back to DMK, and from DMK, I can, either go to Suvarnabhumi. Suvarnabhumi, I know how to say it. No. Non-expats in Thailand don't know how to say that. Suvarnabhumi. So that was my plan, is because I love Jomtien and I have so many friends in the Pattaya area, southern Pattaya, outside of Pattaya, and I have so many friends in Bangkok, but I don't like the city life. I want to be on the beach, and I need to be near the infrastructure and the hospitals and stuff like that. And New Bangkok Hospital in Pattaya is amazing. My health is really, really amazing. It was really, really good, but you never know. But then, the influx of South Asian tourists into Pattaya just ruined it. Because there's always a rotten apple in the group, and that affected the whole impression of brown-skinned people, and I'm just lumped into it. So it was difficult for me to get accommodation, difficult for me to get a scooter or whatever, and it was just I was not discriminated against, but it was a problem. But because I spoke Thai and I knew everybody, I had like regular contacts, because I've been going to Pattaya for 15 years. For me, it wasn't that big of a deal, but I did run it. I got people looking at me. Yeah, New Punjab. I wasn't ahead of my time. I can foresee things, and I guess maybe I was just lucky. Rick, I also know that the name of Bangkok is not Bangkok. That it is a long ass name, and I'm not even going to bother trying to say it. How long have you been in Bangkok, and where's your hometown? Where's your citizenship? Yeah, Thailand was one of my top destinations. I love Krabi. Yes, yes, yes. Like I said, I have a ton of friends, and they're all vlogging about it and the issues that they had. Unless you went in and did the biometrics, they were closing your accounts, and the money's gone. The money's gone. So yeah, I think it was millions of accounts were frozen. It's crazy. Yeah. So I had a Thai bank account. It's probably gone by now because there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. But I had a Thai bank account, which I would have reset this year had I gone to Thailand. The last time I was in Thailand was February of this year. Was it February? Yes, it was February of this year. No, yeah, it was January of this year, and then in February or March I went to Vietnam. So yeah, I stayed at the what's the tallest hotel in Bangkok, and it has the observation deck and everything like that. I stayed in that place for one night, transiting back to Sri Lanka from Vietnam, and I stayed up there in one of their like the 76th floor. It was crazy. And then a week later, you guys had that terrible earthquake where that one building fell over. But I missed it by about a week or something like that earlier this year. But yeah, but I've experienced a couple of earthquakes here. I was sleeping in bed just last week at 10 o'clock at night, and the bed started going like this. I counted to five, and then it stopped. After five, you run under the arch of the doorway, and then if it gets too bad, you can't run when there's an earthquake because you'll fall down. The earth is moving. You can't run, so you don't run. You find an archway and you stay under there. So I've already set up a go bag by the door. It's my passport, a power bank, two bottles of water, a little bit of dried food, some clothes, my passports, my IDs, some cash. All of that is in there. You didn't like Dubai. What about Dubai didn't you like? Man, I'm kind of attracted to Dubai, but it's very expensive. Unless you connect with the right people, unless you can make good networking, it's very difficult. And being Lebanese, you can integrate into that society a little bit better. I'm going to assume. I don't want to assume too much, but being of Middle Eastern or Arabic or Persian or whatever it is, I don't want to misidentify the Lebanese people. I've had Lebanese food, and let me tell you, it is amazing. But the people from that region of the world, it's easier to integrate, assimilate, sort of say. But Dubai is a multicultural country, but it's got that money thing. It's got that money thing. I could see how some people could, you know, I'm a Cebu guy. I'm a Bangkok guy. I could fit very easily in Bangkok or Cebu City, you know. But the problem is, I don't want to. I don't want to. My friend Anuj came 2 weeks ago to visit me. We usually meet up once a year. He's my best friend. We knew each other in Korea, and he was also my roommate for a short time. And he lives in Delhi, but he's American. He did the same thing I did. He left Korea to go home and be with his parents. Same reason I did. Christian Lebanese. Yeah. So then it's a little bit different. Yeah. Yeah. I can understand your point. I can understand your point about how fake it is. It is. I visited once for a day, and I saw what you know the facade of Dubai. But yeah, Bangkok is just such a great city, especially if you can assimilate. If you can get into that, get away. Okay, it doesn't matter which country you're in, you need to get away from the expats. That's my opinion. You need to integrate with the locals. Yes, it's okay to have expat friends. Yes, it's okay to go hang out in the expat areas and do the expat thing, but don't live the expat life. It's number one, it's too expensive. Okay. Number two, it'll get you into, I don't want to say trouble, but it'll get you into bad habits, because traditionally expats are either older single retirees or younger digital nomads. And then you have that little group which are married to locals or retired with their Western wives, but they don't want to do what you're wanting to do. I'm a single guy. Although I'm 58, I don't look it, I don't act it, and I'm healthy like a 40-year-old. My personal trainer even says you've got the body of a 40-year-old who hasn't really worked out that much, because I eat healthy. I don't eat processed food. I just cooked salmon fillet. Oh my God, it came out amazing. I used a very special spicy garlic sauce that I had. Oh my God, it came out amazing. I want more. My mouth is watering for it right now, but I got to finish this other food I have. So I put the rest of it away in the fridge for tomorrow. Bingo, brother. Let me put this out here. Let me put this up here. Look at this. Found myself spending much more when living in expat areas, and I also found many, not all, you can find the good ones, to be negative and always complaining. This is the problem I ran into in Subic Bay 3 years ago when I came to the Philippines 3 years ago. I found the retirees that I was seeing in Subic Bay to be old, former military who had served in that area, naval soldiers, or whatever you want to call them, who had served in the area in their younger days, who were coming back to try to relive their younger days, and they're just sitting around the bar drinking beer at 9 o'clock in the morning waiting to die. It was very sad to me. And that was 3 years ago. I was like 50, 55. I was having a great time. I was partying and everything, but all they want to do is drink and party, and I'm not into that. Not into it. I like to find one person, go to the beach, go to the island, sit on the beach, listen to some music, eat some fresh seafood, and drink coconut water. You're not going to find me at the bars or clubs. Nah. I am, and other than me deciding to move to Mactan Newtown, the only reason I'm moving there, and it is an expat enclave, it is an upscale neighborhood. I'm going to be networking with people who are, in a higher income range. But that's not the reason I'm moving there. The reason I'm moving there is it's the amenities. I can live here, spend less, but I'm going to have to spend more to go do the things I want to do. And the number one thing I want to do is I want beach access. And there I have it for free. Otherwise, I got to pay every time I go to the beach. And I got to drive 10 minutes to get to the beach. Here, I just walk like 500 meters, not here, but at Mactan Newtown, which is the next community over 10 minutes from here. If you think of Lapu-Lapu like this, okay, so this side is Cebu. Lapu-Lapu is an island off of Cebu. So Cebu is a giant county or province. It's huge. It's like to drive from one end to the other end is like 4 hours. So Cebu City is right here. And then you cross to Lapu-Lapu Island by bridge. Lapu-Lapu Island holds the airport right here in the center north. I am right here on the edge, in the center on the edge near the beach. Mactan Newtown is right here. So I'm like 10 minutes away, right? I saw some other locations, but they're enclosed communities, which you still have to drive outside to go get groceries or prescriptions or pharmacy or whatever. Here at Mata Newtown, right down at the bottom is everything you need. Yes, I speak Sinhalese. Sinhala chuttak teranwa mang katakaran heming katakaran man teranwa. Badi katakaran man teren. So just before I left Sri Lanka last month, I found myself having a complete conversation with a shopkeeper in Sinhala without thinking about it. It was funny. It was funny. I don't know if knowing Sinhala, but okay. Sinhala was my first language. Mandarin was my second language. Italian was my third language. English was my fourth language. By the time I was 7 years old, I spoke 4 languages. So I think the ability to learn languages was imprinted on my brain. The skill of learning languages was imprinted on me. And I have found that learning languages over my life comes to me like that. My brother doesn't speaks English. He doesn't even speak French. I speak French fluently. I haven't spoken French in 30 years. Je parle français un petit peu. Je comprends beaucoup. Je suis Canadien. J'habite à Toronto. So I speak French. Right now I speak English, French, Sinhala, Korean, and a little bit of Thai. So I speak 4 languages. If I went to Japan for 3 days, I would pick up my Japanese. It's just I haven't spoken Japanese in 8 years at all. I haven't even practiced it. Like I bump into Koreans and my Korean comes back to me like that. And I haven't spoken Korean in 4 years, 5 years. Since COVID, I haven't spoken Korean because I left Korea. When do I speak Korean? Only when my lady friend comes and we want to have a private conversation. Sorry, can you guys just give me 1 second? I gotta close the window. All right. So, yeah, I learned like last year that Sri Lankan Buddhism and Thai Buddhism are exactly the same. Rick, let me tell you something, brother. Are you new to my channel? Because go back and watch my older videos, please. I would truly appreciate it, especially if you're a subscriber. Love it that you're a subscriber if you are. And same thing with you. Sorry, my brain fart here. New Punjab, if you are a subscriber, I truly appreciate it if you guys go back and watch some of my older videos. But Rick, let me tell you something. I talk about the 3 pillars of happiness in retirement. Number 1 is financial independence. Okay. And like positive income. I go into details about that. Number 2 is relationships, like not having stress from relationships. Like I'm single, not married, no kids. Number 3 is health, which includes mental. Okay, you have to exercise your brain. I started exercising 6 days a week. 3 days a week, I go under a personal trainer. 3 days a week, I do cardio. I did laps in the pool for 45 minutes. My abs are killing me and my shoulders are in pain. But I had my heart rate up for 45 minutes. I need to get my heart stronger. My personal trainer said my muscles are good, my flexibility is decent for a 58-year-old. You know, I'm not 20 years old. I'm 58. He says, I except for my heart strength, everything else is amazing. He says, we just need to get your heart stronger. And the other thing is that you need to keep your mental acuity. So I am not going to stop working. And I'm doing YouTube is a hobby where I can do something I love to do, which is talk to people. As you can see, if you watched any of my videos, I'm a talker. I talk nonstop. If you watch my videos, I don't edit my videos. I just talk for 20, 30 minutes without stopping. Now, sometimes there's a little bit of verbal diarrhea and it's unscripted. So I'm just, and I think that that's the beauty of my channel. I'm talking to you. I'm not teaching. I'm not trying to make a flashy little, YouTube video or something like that. I'm just having a conversation with a friend. So I truly appreciate you guys asking questions and being involved in the chat. It's great. And the one thing I ask of you to support the channel is to watch as many videos as you can. You don't have to double watch. You don't have to watch a video like 5 times because it doesn't count. Just watch every video from beginning to end once. And I would truly, truly appreciate it. And then maybe if you can share on your social media, my channel, so that others just like you might be interested. That's what I need. I need the channel to get out in front of like-minded people. I don't want subscribers to subscribe just for the hell of it. I want subscribers to subscribe because they are interested in the content. Because that's where I am going to make my money in the future. Once I get monetized, then the advertising revenue comes in. My old channel was monetized, but I didn't make a lot of money because I didn't have a lot of, my views were not consistent. Now I'm looking at the analytics and I'm using an SEO manager and I'm using ChatGPT to focus the back end on ensuring that the algorithm is massaged. Rick, Punjab brothers, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Lots of love to you guys. Every time I have an interaction with one of my subscribers like this, you make my day. This is why I spend this time doing this. I could have, taken a nap or played a video game or done something else, but I got online, right? I'm not moving around. It's the camera follows my head. See, it follows my head. So I'm not moving around. It's just I have this intelligent camera, which is what an amazing purchase. It's actually it's an Insta360 product. It's their webcam. Oh, it's incredible. And this is the microphone from that webcam. It's right there. So half a meter away, it's really good. Brother, I hope this doesn't come across as rude, but why do Sri Lankans have civic sense but Indians from mainland don't? Let me tell you, you haven't been around Sri Lankans enough. Maybe the Sri Lankans you met were like upper class, but it's the same and it's not just Sri Lankans and Indians, it's the same in any country, okay? It's just the issue with Indians is that there's just so many of you, okay? And when you go anywhere, you go in like large groups. You guys don't go by yourselves. You go in groups of 5 or 10. So it's like overload, right? The truth is that it's not just you. It's not just Indians. It's every race. Russians, Chinese, Japanese, no, not so much. Koreans, oh my God. Koreans outside of Korea, forget about it. There was just an airplane, a Sri Lankan Airlines flying from Saudi Arabia to Sri Lanka, maybe Saudi Arabia, somewhere from the Middle East to Sri Lanka, had to emergency landing, and they had to arrest this guy because he was causing problems on the plane. Now, I've never seen anything. I fly a lot, but I fly business class. So your business class passengers tend to be a little bit better behaved. And I flew Singapore Airlines. So that plane is huge. I don't even see the economy class. I'm a princess. I'm sorry. But, you know, you go to Sri Lanka, and sometimes I just want to shoot myself in the head with what the hell is going on. Nobody knows how to line up. Nobody knows how to drive. Nobody has any sense of personal space or awareness of what other people are doing around them, and will just stop. You know, one thing I hated in Korea, and Koreans do this, you get to the top of the escalator and you just stand there. Like, do you not know that people are coming up behind you? Or the subway door opens and the person just walks right in. I stand there and I look at them like, where are you going to go? Can I get off first? And then you can come on. Oh, I always told my mom I would make the greatest leader, world leader. Because the first thing I would do is line everybody up and ask them, are you going to behave? Nope. Are you going to behave? Nope. Are you going to behave? Yes? Okay, you can live. Are you going to behave? Yes? Okay, you can live. That's the first thing I would do. First people I line up, bus drivers. Second, taxi drivers. And, you know, the thing is, the customer service in Sri Lanka is awful because nobody knows anything. And they don't tell you, no, I don't know. They'll just say, no, we can't do it. Oh, the stories I could tell you. I worked in telecom at Bell Canada for 20 odd years. From the time I was 16 until the time I was 38, I retired as a VP. And I understand the telecom industry, and I have Sri Lanka Telecom at my house. I have a fiber connection. So I needed to move the plug from the downstairs bedroom to the upstairs bedroom because I was moving from downstairs to upstairs. So I called them. I said, I'd like to move. Oh, you'd like a new fiber? No. I'm your customer for 4 years. I want to move the plug from my downstairs bedroom to my upstairs bedroom. Oh, you have to call a third-party company. I'm not calling anybody to touch your line. Because if they break the line, they're not going to fix the line. You have to fix the line. They can't fix it. Oh, well, you have to. I said, just give me the technician. I lost my mind. I know how to search the dark web. I'm a bit of a hacker. I'm an internet guy. Okay, I understand technology. I'm a early adopter of technologies. Okay, and so I searched the dark web and I found the email addresses of every executive on the board of directors and the senior C levels of SLT, and I emailed all of them. And I got an email back from the chief business officer of the consumer division, asking me what the problem was. And he took a 30-minute phone call with me. This is the CEO of the consumer division talking to me. And he says, really sorry. And I said, how is it that a telecom company that provides digital services, I need to fill out a piece of paper with my name, address, and phone number? I'm your customer. How is it that you can't electronically do this? I set up a stock exchange account, a brokerage account. I funded it and traded stocks without ever going and seeing a human being. I did it all electronically. So you're telling me that I can trade tens of thousands of dollars on the stock exchange, but I can't get a demarcation done without going and getting a human being to do it. And the reality is because the unions, they need to keep those people in a job. Sri Lanka is a paper country. Everything is paperized. You try to get a driver's license in Sri Lanka is like a freaking nightmare with the number of hoops you have to jump through and the people you have to talk to, the pieces of paper you have to carry and the stamps you have to get and the money you have to pay, all because of the unions. It's insane, insane. Rick, you work for RIM. I knew Jim Basile. My last phone in Canada was a BlackBerry Bold. I sold it before I came because it was in Korea. You couldn't bring an unlocked phone. Korea at that time had locked devices, so I had to buy a phone in Korea. I couldn't bring my BlackBerry with me. But yeah, I worked for Bell Canada, and I was in sales, so we had BlackBerries all the way through for free, and it was incredible. I just saw the BlackBerry movie, just like a month ago, and I'm watching it, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I was there. I remember that. That guy was crazy, man. I can't even remember who it was, the CEO who came into the company from another company. Anyways, yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame for that company. Made some money off of them, let me tell you that. Anyway, I got to wrap things up, guys, because I got to get back to work. I have classes in 30 minutes. I have another 3 hours of work to do. Got to make that money, right? And this is what I was telling you before, Rick, is that I'm going to continue working forever until I can't work anymore. Right now, what I'm doing is Monday to Thursday, I work. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I took the days off so that I can go out. When I was living in Sri Lanka, I worked 7 days a week, whatever time. It didn't matter. I have one class at 2 o'clock. Okay, great. I'll sit around the house and do nothing until 2 o'clock. If I want to go out, I'll take that day off. I'll book it off. You know, if I go out for dinner with mom and dad or something like that, or go to the beach for a day, I'll book that in advance. But now I have the Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, so I can go out and do whatever. Yeah, my live streams are Wednesdays at this time, around 6 p.m. local time, Manila time. And Sundays, I like to do them around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, depending on my work schedule. So right now, they're tentatively all scheduled for 9:30 in the morning, Manila time. Okay? So Rick, you're in Bangkok, so it'll be that time. So I do Wednesday nights and Sunday mornings. The Sunday morning ones go on for like 90 minutes. This one, I try to keep it around 60 minutes because it's the 60-minute window I have before my next class. I do online teaching. So yes, AI will replace online teaching in the next year or two. I've noticed a reduction in online teaching. I don't have as many contracts. So I work for 4 companies. 2 of them are for adults, 2 of them are for kids. The kids ones, I'm going to continue doing that forever. That will never go away because the parents like the flexibility of having their kids at home learning at like 10 o'clock at night because they can't take them to a school because they're restricted under Korean law. Adults like the flexibility. I have a few contracts that I'm going to keep because that's the nature of that company, but new ones, I'm getting much less. So that's why I'm focusing on YouTube. If I can make a little bit of money on YouTube, that will supplement my income until I get my pension. And then who knows, like I have this one friend in Bangkok who's making $10,000 a month from YouTube. Now, it's not from advertising, it's from sponsorship. And I will do sponsorship. I'll do, AI tools because I use AI tools. VPNs, eSIMs, health insurance, travel websites, booking, hotels and Airbnb and residential stuff. I'm not going to quote brand names now because I don't want to leave anybody out soon. Bro, let me tell you something. Living in Korea, I watched the technology just explode. And because I'm a early adopter of technology, I saw the smartphone go from here to here. And I was like, wow. Like Korea had the first smartphone. the LG chocolate. Okay, I remember getting the first smartphone, and then this first Samsung S1. Okay, I got one of the first ones because I was working at Samsung at the time, and it was incredible. I couldn't believe this thing. This is before an iPhone. 2009. I don't even know when the first iPhone came out. 2007. So around the same time as the iPhone. So the Samsung came out in 2007, maybe August, September of that year. Um, but I have watched the like Google Translate to try to translate English into Korean was a shit show. I kid you not. But now there's a tool called Papago, which uses AI, and it's 99.9% accurate. Now, I wouldn't use it in financial transactions or legal stuff. But have you seen some of those videos out there? I mean, I can tell they're AI, but they're absolutely incredible. It used to be like the hands and everything were all screwed up. No, not anymore. Yeah, self-conscious. I understand. I understand. I'm not. I'm an open book. Other than like very private things like my 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 relationship life. I mean, I will talk a little bit about it, but I'm not going to go into detail about it. Like my relationship with Lady Sarah, I don't get into details about it. That's a little bit. There's a line that I won't cross. Um, if you watch some of the previous videos, you'll see who she is and how important she is to my life. I mean, I talk to that woman every day. She lives in Korea. And then my friend Jasmine, my friend Tim, who lives here, and Anuj, my good friend Johnny. I have probably 5 good friends. That's it. 2 female, 3 male. Tim's married. Anuj is living in India and living his life. Johnny's getting married and lives in Korea. I don't see him anymore. The only people I see is Jasmine and Sarah. Jasmine a little bit less now because she's involved in a serious relationship, but Sarah's single and so am I. So we have a great friendship that's going on 10 years. Anyway, I got to wrap up, but I want to leave you with this. Watch my previous videos. Start from the very beginning and learn a little bit about me, especially the first video. The first video and the first 3 videos really tell a lot about who I am and what I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's going to answer like almost every single question that you might have about me and what my backstory is. There's a lot there to digest. Trust me on that. And then, you can, if you want to watch the Sri Lankan videos, please do. I would greatly appreciate the hours of videos that you will watch. But the Cebu videos started in October. So those are like great. I'm having way too much fun. Like, it's just insane. I truly appreciate it. And let me tell you something. If you guys want to join in Cebu, I'm here till February, so come by. It's an easy flight, especially for you from Bangkok. It's just from Bangkok to Cebu. I'm not sure if there's a direct flight. There has to be a direct flight to Mactan Newtown Airport, Mactan Cebu Airport. Otherwise, you fly. I flew through Singapore. I flew Sri Lanka to Singapore, Singapore to Cebu. For me to go to Vietnam, I flew through Bangkok because there's no direct flight. There's no direct flight from Sri Lanka to Cebu. I have to either fly through Singapore, Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, or Manila. I will not fly into Kuala Lumpur. I absolutely hate it. Worst airport in the world. Manila is the second worst airport in the world, and Hong Kong was too far away. And I had points on Singapore, so I have status. So I flew Singapore Airlines. I can't wait to fly back on them. It was a 787 Dreamliner, first time on a Boeing aircraft in decades and it was absolutely spectacular airplane. My God, it was incredible. Um, $60. Let me tell you something, brother. I'm going to come meet you in Bangkok for a week. I'll stay with you. Anyway, I'm joking. I'm joking. But guys, I can stick around for a few more minutes. So if you have any last minute questions, just let me know. But I got to wrap up because want to make something to eat before my class starts. But I do thank you guys so much. Please join either next week on Wednesday, if that's a good time for you, or Sunday morning, where we can just go on and talk and share ideas about retirement. And I want to end it by telling you, this is a Truman Show kind of a vlog. I'm in that transition from semi-retirement to retirement. I don't know what I'm doing. I have an idea. I have a concept. I have plans. I have put things into buckets of, like, I've laid the foundation. That's what I was looking for. I've laid the foundation for my physical, emotional, and financial support. Right? We'll talk about my financial stuff next time. I have stocks. I have gold. I have savings accounts, and they're making a killing. The stock market not crashed. The stock market pulled back in Sri Lanka for the last 2 days. Today, everything was back up. Even gold is back up. My gold stocks, my gold bars lost money, and it's back up. And even my stocks are up today. So anyway, we'll talk financial. We'll talk everything. We'll talk everything. We'll talk. Do a lot of talking. Let's talk offline. Send me an email. Click on my main page and check out my email address and send me an email, and we'll talk about that. I plan on doing some interviews and stuff like that. But I don't really want to talk about what's going on in other countries because I don't want to be negative. I'd like to be positive. I'd like to focus on what can we do? What can you do? What can I show you on how to move from that work life to the retirement life? What do you need to be aware of? What do you need to start planning now? If you're in your 30s and 40s, what do you need to start doing now? If you're in your 20s, what advice can I give you to get where I am faster? And if you're already here, what advice can you share? What pitfalls can we avoid? So I want to make a community of people who are sharing advice and information, not telling you what to do, but this is what I did. And this is what I focus on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, thank you again. Lots of love to you all. Remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. Please be good to each other. Thanks, brothers, for talking to each other and sharing. Absolutely love that on the chat today. That was really good. I really appreciate it. You guys are the stars, not me, you guys. I'm just here to facilitate. Be good to each other, be kind to each other, be supportive. We're here to help each other. That's what I want to do. And remember, we're not strangers. We're just friends who haven't met yet. I'm Sammi in Cebu, Sri Lankan Sammi, wishing you guys an amazing day. Please enjoy your day. Be happy. And we'll see you all on, you guessed it, the other side.